Along Highway 335 in West Pubnicos, Nova Scotia, you'll find the Musée des Acadiens des Pubnicos et Centre de recherche de Clarence d'Entremont. On the second floor of this museum complex is a hub of ancestral information on the Acadiens that is worthy of the attention of historians, authors, relatives, and the public alike. It is dedicated to preserving and cataloging documents from this region known originally as Cap Sable, and you'll find information on residents and families, businesses and houses, vintage maps and land grants, photographs, and other historical sources such as correspondence and letters. Pubnicos is the oldest Acadian village still occupied by Acadiens, and incredibly, is the oldest European settlement in Canada still occupied by the descendants of its founder, that is, Baron Philippe Muse d'Entremont. That's what makes this research center and archives unique. A window in time shows how deep our Acadian roots run. Many of these families continue to live in villages in the municipality of Argyll. It's also noteworthy to mention that the center and archives house the fonds and collections of 4 prominent Acadiens who came from this area. Simon d'Entremont was known in Pubnicos as Simon Squire or Simon Squire, and he was a justice of the peace and the first Acadian elected to sit as a member of the Legislative Assembly in Nova Scotia. Henri-Léon d'Entremont was a historian and collector who opened the La Tour Museum and Reference Library in 1929 in East Pubnicos, the first Acadian museum. Désiré Déon was an educator and the founder of Le Petit Courrier, the first province-wide weekly French newspaper. And Clarence d'Entremont, who the research center is named after, was a priest who became a renowned historian and genealogist, publishing an astonishing number of articles, papers, and books. Perhaps his most famous publication is a 5-volume collection called Histoire du Cap Sable. Let's hear from the archivists on the museum's genealogy holdings.
Our archival holdings, we have an extensive genealogical holdings including family files and publications, genealogies and genealogy charts, vital statistics, microfilms, journals, diaries, scrapbooks and photo albums, church registers, census registers, and a library that consists of 5,000 reference books, Acadian history featuring copies of the original land grants dating 1770, 1771, and 1784. Founding family names of 1650, pre-deportation, Muse d'Entremont, Déon, Amiro, Béliveau, and many others. Also, a linked and sourced genealogical database of 50,000 names.
The Archive and Research Center is recognized by UNESCO.
As mentioned, the Research Center and Archives are home to a unique genealogy database that now includes up to 120,000 persons, representing 21 generations and over 7,500 surnames. Records indicate dates and places of birth, deaths, and also marriages when they are known. A feature of the database also allows you to find out how you're related to others. Some connections are within your own direct lineage, and others are distant cousins through a common ancestor. Records are continually added to the database as relatives request their Acadian information be included. This can be done in 2 ways. You can contact the center and have our genealogists complete your Acadian family tree, or you can use our blank templates to trace your Acadian ancestry yourself. Of course, we'd love to add your Acadian roots to the database, so you can send complete copies of your templates back to the Musée by regular mail, email, or fax. This database was used to develop a genealogy volume on 5 generations of the descendants of Jacques II d'Entremont and Marguerite Amirault, and a second genealogy volume representing 5 generations of the descendants of Abel Duhon, dit Thibel, and Anne Muse d'Entremont will be available in the center soon. The Research Center and Archives are open for tracing your Acadian ancestry through scheduling an appointment by phone or by email. See you at the Musée des Acadiens des Pubnicos et Centre de recherche de Pere, Clarence d'Entremont.